Monitor. On its front page, the Daily Monitor newspaper writes, says, motorists face fresh fines as police eat penalty cash. The paper so alleges that the police officers, the traffic police officers who have been collecting money from the express penalty and sending it through what they called an IT system, a digital system of payment. It has been discovered that all the money amounting to 5 billion shillings was stolen. So the system, while the defaulter shows he paid money and received notification that he paid this money, the financial records at the police, at the Uganda Revenue Authority show that no money has ever been received. And so the penalty stands. Eventually, the offender will have to pay the money again. Who stole the money? Police stole 5 billion. Police of Uganda stole 5 billion. And not those common police officers you see on the roads. No. The top heavyweights somewhere who have capacity to tinker with the IT system put to collect these funds. So the money was stolen, 5 billion was stolen as penalties from the defaulters, those who are arrested for traffic offenses. So the money was stolen, you'll have to pay for that ticket again because police stole 5 billion. Page 2 of the Daily Monitor, interestingly, says SFC gives KCCA hand in fixing potholes. Hey. The Special Forces Command, it is said by Mr. Kankwasa, has a fully-fledged construction unit or engineering brigade that has capacity to solve Kampala's road problem. It is now said that the SFC and the main engineering brigade of the UPDF will jointly help KCCA to fix the road problem in Kampala at a lesser fee, at a low cost. You know, Mr. Museveni these days likes using the army to save costs because he believes, first, they are very professional. Number 2, they are fast. Number 3, they are diligent. So the road construction deal in Kampala will go to SFC and the UPDF. This now eliminates the million of thieves who have been using this sector as a cash cow for their evil projects. You will blame no one but your own conduct of corruption, that you have done it so much that everybody was able to see, and therefore the job has been taken over by the UPDF. It happens in good countries that the army takes a special assignments. It happens even in America and Britain that major state parastatals are cheered by retired generals, retired soldiers, only because they believe that their work ethic is smart and more patriotic than ours. Check yourself. Kali, SFC will do that job. We welcome you. We don't want to know who did the jobs. We don't want to know who did the roads. We don't want to know how much was spent. We simply want to see good roads. Ebirala byamwe. Kali, page 3, it scans of us a Cindy as artists form new group. Kali, there's a battle of our artists here. Cindy, Cinderella Sanyu, and Edrisa Musuza, a.k.a. Eddie Kenzo, are battling for leadership of the artists in Uganda in the battle you need to read about in the Daily Monitor. Kali, Museveni bans allowances for military guards. Page 5 of the Daily Monitor, Mr. Museveni, the head of state, says the country hasn't gained the financial muscle to handle such benefits, and that giving allowances to military guards is turning them into mercenaries. The principle is right. The applicability is questionable. is it possible that you can stop giving allowances to these military guards that they know they should be working, they should be doing a service? Mr. Museveni, that security guards, the bodyguards should even be given real food in kind to cook for themselves. Now, when do they cook and then when do they move with their principles? I like the way Mr. Museveni is sensitive to the young people. Yesterday, while he called his son MK, he also said that the principle, and then he remembered quickly that the principle in Uganda means Bobi Wine.
There is another principle.
And then he said, no, I mean the people they are guarding. I like that sensitivity, the young man. You know the language here. Kale, Mabilis accuses Judicial Service Commission of fraud in hiring judges. What a big statement that is. Court cuts award in Bank of Uganda Sudiri case to 500 million. This is a Guinness Book of Record kind of case. Justice Mike Chibita cut the lawyer's application for professional fees from 45 billion to 500 million. Hey, what a cut. The lawyers in the Sudid Bank of Uganda case had asked to be paid 45 billion shillings as instruction fees. Justice Chibita says, no, never. This is too much. And says the principle of court awards, professional fees, that it must not be too high to discourage the public from seeking justice in the courts of law, but it must not be too low to also affect the growth of the profession, that young recruits may find it unattractive and hate the profession. But imagine, from 45 billion to 500 million. And the ruling is at the Supreme Court. It means that the only point of appeal is God himself. Okay, whatever that means. The story is told of how striking doctors have defied orders. The Daily Monitor today, Daniel K. Kalinaki says if our hospitals are good, why are ministers' kids not attending them? Not me asking. Mr. Daniel Kalinaki. And those of you who know Kalinaki, you know his mind, his opinion, and his independence. Mr. Daniel Kalinaki is the general managing editor of the general manager editorial of this paper called the Daily Monitor, an Aga Khan-owned publication. Kali. Okay, see in the Daily Monitor, why Banyole have failed to have a king for 14 years. Find that here. The Daily Monitor has a lot of information. Read about how Donald Trump was found guilty of sexual abusing and defaming a writer, and was asked to pay US dollars 5 million, an equivalent of around 18 billion Uganda shillings, for sexual assaulting this man. I wish he was here to assault at least 5 of our girls here and then pay them 18 billion each. That would help national coffers. Trump says this is political witch hunt. I didn't know it happens in America. The self-appointed police of democracy in the world. Kale, Adam.
Kale, katugendeko mu lupapula lwa New Vision afulumye olunaku olwaleero bwe luti bwelufaananye ku makya ga leero. Balina very interesting story munda mwe tugenda okulaba. But for now, ku mugguukiriro bagambye Engola, Museveni blames Ame for minister's death. Lwaki President Museveni avuddeyo okunenya ejje kukufa kwa Minister Engola. Biri wano, President calls for voluntarism, patriotism and sacrifice. Ojja bisanga wano. Bweyongerayo wano bakugambye Nabbanja's AD summoned. Nsonga ki? Iron sheets. Tumanyi byakakkanako n'ebirayika bizzemu okusitula enkundi wetwogerera Nabbanja's assistant summoned. Let me just read a little bit of this. Changing statements. Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja's assistant allegedly picked iron sheets under delivery note Najikuwa wano, and these were delivered to her district in Kakumiro using armored truck number Najikuwa wano on January 7th. Nabbanja, in her subsequent media appearances, denied receiving 2,000.
Adamu.
Sir.
Onagana mukama wange okwambala. Ajja kufuluma nga tayambadde.
No biri mu New Vision.
Leka waawo ayinza okufuluma ati what are they saying? Baliko kabira bali ku Nabbanja.
Kale biri wano.
Leave my boss have peace. Leave Nabbanja.
Bisange mu lupapula lwa New Vision olufulumye enkyalunaku olwaleero. Government revises budget to 51.2 trillion Uganda shillings. Budget ey'omwaka 2023-24 government yazzemu okugyetegereza. Mu kusooka batugamba yali yakubeera ya trillion 5.9. Kakati government egamba bagirivisinze ya bitundu 5 ya trillion 5.9. Ndaba wano Minister Musaasizi ebyensimbi wali wano nga nnyonnyola ajja bisanga mu lupapula luno. Bwetweyongerayo mu maaso wano mu lupapula bakugambye President Museveni blames Ame for Minister Engola's death. Ne bakuwa ebifaananyi byabadde wano e Kololo mu kuba eriisa evvannyuma wano mu kisaawe e Kololo. Striking medics, government commits to negotiations. Government eyongedde okuwa obukakafu n'obweyamu nti bo beetegefu nnyo genda mu maaso n'okuteeseganya ne ba medical interns. Ojja bisanga wano. EU commits 3 trillion Uganda shillings for development. Mwebale kasaziba nga tezirina bukwakkulizo w'amaanyi obugenda okutulemerera ng'eggwanga. President Museveni President Museveni launches Buganda for Museveni Youth Movement. BM7.
B?
M.
B4.
No. BM7. Buganda for Museveni Movement. Eh?
You mean Uganda had left Museveni?
No.
Why do you? You know the statement is Buganda for Museveni. So who has it been, or who is it for?
I don't know, but I think bakijja mu kalulu ka 2026 nti 2021 nti President Museveni yakola bulungi mu Buganda. Kati this youth movement yamusinkanye je Entebbe. President Museveni n'agilaunchinga. He launched a youth movement called Buganda for Museveni Youth Movement.
Now, the other day he met the MK group.
Yes.
The sake of the MK.
Yes.
And they told him point blank that we want this thing. Again, after a week, he's launching his own thing. Muzeyi ekintu kito omulundi gumu ekintu kino kiwooma ne muzeyi ekintu kite.
Baana bawala n'abalezi bali wano.
Muzeyi ekintu kite.
Bamugaye Buganda yo. Sasa Simon. Buganda yo. Era
ya Museveni.
Muzeyi 2026 Buganda yo.
Tanalaba cha kale kati agambe sawe na I'm very sure that when you tell the tunogamba Museveni nti abagala Museveni mu Buganda tusinkana na Mbole. Abagala MK mu Buganda musinkana na Kivubo. You will see Museveni will prove that the youth have shifted. Abavubuka ewe bavuddeyo bali wa mutabani.
Really?
I'm telling you.
About Bobby Wine.
Bobby
Wine. Because you cannot say you can't begin apportioning abavubuka no wako Museveni no wako Muhoozi no leka Bobby Wine.
Sagadde kwogera ku Bobby Wine okwewala ebivume ebinene balulwenzi janga na njala mbeko n'emirembe.
Generational leader, principal generational leader principle.
Adam, really. You know, Adam, you look like my friend. You want to subject me to a court of...
No, but that's the reality. That so many youth lined behind Mr. Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. So when you are apportioning support, Mwami Museveni ayimirira wano, General Muhoozi n'ayimirira wali, Mwami Museveni ajja kulaba abavubuka nga bagenze wa General Muhoozi. Ate eya commanding a bigger percentage eyabavubuka mu kalulu ka
lwaki toleka n'enkoma ku bali ababiri? I was comparing the two MKs, Museveni Kaguta,
okay,
and Muhoozi Kainerugaba.
Lwaki toyogedde kwasinga abavubuka abangi? At least
ani asinga abavubuka abangi? Ani asinga abavubuka abangi? Ani asinga abavubuka abangi? Tell me.
Asinga abavubuka abangi.
You people are joking. I don't know. You people are joking. You just don't know what's happening in this country.
What is happening
but in the background, every day, wabawo abantu abategeera wabawo abasuuwala on a daily. There are a number of people abongera okutegeera ebyobufuzi bya Uganda nebaayo omuwendo gw'abantu abongera okusuuwalira mu byobufuzi bya Uganda.
Okay, ani asinga abavubuka abangi?
Wano essaawa eno.
Kubanga nze nkubuulidde nti bino Mwami Museveni bya launchinze Buganda for Youth. Buganda. Let me see. It's called Buganda for Museveni Youth Movement. Yerabidde
awo wokka njagala kukakasa nti essaawa eno Muhoozi Kainerugaba General asinza kitaawe abavubuka abangi mu Buganda. If the two came here to look for support in Buganda region, Muhoozi's supporters, who are predominant youth, are more than his father. Although in the ages of between 50 going forward, Muzei has more supporters than Muhoozi. Now the issue is to find out who of these people make a vote. By the way, I can say without fear of contradiction, if the country fairly had an election of Muhoozi versus Museveni, Muhoozi akuba kitaawe akalulu.
Ng'okyamuse.
Tekyamuse. Kubuulira mazima.
Kukyamuse.
Kubuulira mazima.
Amangu ago olwokuba bala mpapisa ekintu.
You know, practically, because when you look at the campaign, the running teams of the MK and then the running teams of Mr. Museveni, the Mr. Museveni's running team has remained on the old script. Nga bwe kyali olubereberye, bwe kiri ne kaakano, bwe kiriba. Yet the truth is, ekintu kirabika kyakyuse dda. So if you had, yes, if you had the two, genuinely if you had the two coming here,
okay,
General Muhoozi would be more appealing than his father.
I mean, which is expected given the
yes,
the
that's
age.
what I'm saying, that the age bracket.
But again, General Muhoozi yakajja mu kifaananyi.
Gwe wakamulaba naye akiri.
No, yakajja mu kifaananyi okutandika okumulowoozaako. No, nawe omulowoozezzaako kati because yakajja mu kifaananyi.
I've been talking about Muhoozi.
No, obadde toyogerangako.
I said in 2018 on the television, you can go and look at their Twitter handle in 2018, that you people are quiet and joking, but Muhoozi is going to become a problem here. I was on NBS television.
Did you say probably said he will be president of this country?
I said he's going to become a problem for this country, and then somebody asked me, do you support Muhoozi? I said 100%.
2018.
2018 on NBS.
And
so look for that.
Yeah, I saw that. Do you still stand by
because at that time, the things that Mr. Museveni was doing, promotions of Muhoozi in the army, none of us was looking at what was behind those promotions and deployments. We were simply, I said, watch out while you are saying Dr. Besigye and Bobby Wine should be joining hands. And
maybe you said it out of the support you had for him.
But at that time, and I said it out of analysis. I was analyzing the
and you added that you support him 100%.
100%. You know why?
Do you still support him?
And Muhoozi, 100%.
General Muhoozi?
Yes, 100%.
You support him?
Yes, 100%.
100%?
100%. Mark my words.
And you're saying that on TV?
I'm saying that on TV, that I support Muhoozi Kainerugaba 100%.
You support him to do what?
Because first,
you support, which nature of support anyway? Because maybe you support his ideas, maybe you support his bid for presidency.
I support the fact that he must take a role in the country's politics. He must. You cannot be a son of a president and a general in the army who the country has invested a lot in, and then you simply sit around and just kulia bulam like people imagine you should be doing. That would be stupid. That's one. Number two, Adam, Muhoozi, having become a general and having spent all that time in the army, what else do you expect him to do? Tell me what else is available for him to do. He has reached the highest level in the army. He has commanded. He has done what he has done. He's at the top of it. He has been a commander. You want him to become CDF? Okay, that is available. After being CDF,
he can be minister. Ngabu tulabye kuba other, former CDF, General Katumba.
That's what I'm simply saying. He's right to take a duty, a role in the politics of the country. Let him be there. Who, even if you are the president of this country, let's assume Museveni has left, and Bobi Wine is president. So you are in Entebbe State House doing your work. Would you be comfortable if a son of a former president called Muhoozi Kainerugaba is a general, at the level of a general, he's just in Kamwe, they say, the man is just there in Bukoto, he's there sleeping. Would you be comfortable?
No, he wouldn't.
You not be, because you just can't imagine that he's just resting there and eating life. Like who? Even Obote's son, Jima Yakenda, could not sit in Akokora and rest. He's in parliament. So, one of the arguments have been advancing that anybody who judges Muhoozi Kainerugaba in the lens of his father is an idiot. He should be judged as a Ugandan, as a general, as a human being with the capacities and skills to do better than his father. I've told you that I've been better than my father. But so my children will be better than me. My motto home, I tell my children almost every day that one thing I want about you, one thing I demand of you, be better. Whatever you think I have done wrong, whatever you think I've failed, just show me one thing. Be better. I've told my daughter that I cannot celebrate a graduation party for you if you're going to your bachelor's and your master's. I can only celebrate a graduation of when you get a qualification higher than what I got.
Oh.
So I have hope that from what we have observed and from the orientation, Muhoozi Kainerugaba can do better and extremely better than his father. Because they share different orientations. Their backgrounds are different. Their times are different. So for anyone to say we should do, when did I make a contract to hate both Museveni and his son?
And why should you even hate?
That should be too much. Or when did I make a contract to oppose both Museveni and his son?
And anyway, on that,
it is easier for me
I
to
also
oppose,
think it's not fair
to oppose Museveni because I see what he has done. But it would be unfair to oppose Muhoozi because I've never given him a chance to do anything. So what do I oppose about him?
That's why you support him.
What has he done that I can engage and say, I hear the only accusation in the public domain is that he's Museveni's son. We cannot support the father and support the son. No. That's all I want to How many MPs are here? And not only here, America has a record.
Your president.
So let's raise some other things. Let's raise the issues about Muhoozi's competence. Is he able to run our country? Does he have the experience, the expertise, the training, the spirit? Is he speaking sense to us? Is he speaking things that matter about us? The issue of whether he's Museveni's son or not should not be fronted as a 4-point. It would be naive and feeble of any idiot to argue like that in politics.
Kale, thank you. On that note, tugenda mukuwumulako. Maybe tuweko ku mukogo mugoka peje yokubiri.
Yabukedde bino.
Peje yokubiri yokusatu.
Peje yokusatu. Ono yebukedde. Tuli mu press review. Wabula na press review Adam. Kale, tuli mu press review omukogo gwokusatu guliko sanyu. Chala wuyo. Agandi kirungi omusajja akusange ng'oyinake weekoledde.
Nenga ayogera omulaba.
Mulabi, ayinake yeekoledde.
Ayinake neka.
Naye topaaza, totupaaliza bakazi. Buli omwana amala okusooka okukola ali okafumbirwe tonoonera abantu. Kale.
Atujje n'ebiraato vaawo.
Baba TV. Game popular n'emikutu mugangamuka ku Baba TV. Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Is missing. Mom, my bag is empty.
But I packed some snacks in her bag.
Can you see that guy?
Hey kid, I have more for you from Sam's.
Sam's offers you a wide range of snacks. Sam's, test the difference.
Smart City kyekigambo ekikwatira ddala ffe bye tuyayaanira ng'ekibuga nga KCCA okulaba ng'ekibuga kyaffe kituuka ku mutindo ogw'ensi zonna. Smart City y'enjogera gye tukozesa naye nga mu kigambo ekyo kikwatirwamu vision yaffe, mission yaffe, values zaffe nga KCCA. Tugamba tulina okubeera ne technology akola mu kibuga nga tulina apps abantu basobola okufuna ebitwogerako nga KCCA mangu. Tulina okola digitalization kubanga eyo ensi zonna ebibuga byonna gye biraga. Nga Smart City tulina okubeera ne infrastructure, enguudo, drainages, amataala, obutale nga buli kimu kiri smart. Si mu bigambo na mu mpapula zokka naye nga ne bw'okitunulako olabira ddala nga kibeera smart. Yensonga lwaki tugamba nti verandas zino okubanga zijjuddeko sigiri, obutunda, amenvu n'amagi tekibeera Smart City bannange, kibeera Smart City mbabuuzeeko. Naye ate oyo abadde atundira